everyone is going to like you. No matter how much you want to be that one person who's loved by all and who can do no wrong, and even if you are the nicest person in the world, there will still be one person who finds a reason to hate your guts. At some point in our lives, we all experience this need to be liked by people that we don't really care that much about. We try and win them over and tell them, it's just because you don't know me. But there comes a point when we just have to stop caring because it starts to take over our lives. It's just human nature to judge people. Sometimes we do it rationally and judge people after we've gotten to know them and know the ins and outs of their personalities, but most of the time it's irrational, unfair, and often unnoticed, and we don't actually know that we're doing it. Sometimes you've done absolutely nothing wrong and someone just decides that you look a bit shifty, or your eyes are untrustworthy, or some other ridiculous crap that has nothing to do with your personality, but that's it. They've made up their minds and there's nothing you can do about it. Once you've made a judgment on someone, whether it was a snap judgment, a preconceived idea, or you've actually gotten to know that person, it takes a lot for someone to win you around and change it, and that's just how the human brain works. And we've made it so much easier to judge the tiniest things that people do with the invention of the internet. When you say something verbally, it's gone once you've said it. It doesn't hang about in the air. If no one was around to hear what you said, then it's not going to be spread by anyone. But the internet saves. Whatever you write on Twitter, Tumblr, Google, in the comments, it gets seen by hundreds of people before you've actually had a chance to really think it through. It gets archived, retweeted, shared, liked, favorited, and suddenly what you thought was a private conversation is a public talking point. I've got a few more followers than your average tweeter, so I'm far more aware of that fact than others, but even so, I've still made the odd mistake where my emotions have overridden my common sense. But for a lot of people who don't use Twitter that often, or don't see a lot of activity on their feed, it's easily forgotten and can be dangerous. They forget that what they're writing isn't like a fleeting comment that you say to someone that might not actually be heard by the person you're talking about. But on Twitter, it's there forever. Whether you delete the comment or not, it gets archived or retweeted or screen capped, and the person you're talking about has the potential to see it. It's suddenly seen by a lot more people than they ever imagined, and their judging point of view is now being judged by everyone else. It's human nature to judge people, whether it's off years of experience or just 140 characters, but there comes a point when you have to hold up your hands and say, not everyone is going to like me, and I fully accept that. But of course it doesn't mean that you can just walk around being an arse to people, because not everyone's gonna like me anyway. But as long as you know that you're not doing anything wrong and you're trying to be the best person that you can be, it shouldn't matter.